Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Mama Angel's Kitchen. Tonight, I've got what I believe is going to be a really quick, simple video for you, but so delicious. I'm going to show you how I make my tomato soup, and boy, is it delicious. Here's the ingredients we're going to need. We've got the star of the show right here in front of us. These are our tomatoes. I probably won't use all of these tomatoes. I'm just going to make, maybe like a quart size soup, but we'll see how that goes. Over here, I've got a bag of my bell peppers, and there's a half of onion in there, so we use that. We've got a jalapeno, and then a celery stalk, so that's like one stalk cut in half. We've got chicken broth, heavy whipping cream, and in this bag here, I've got a rind of the cheese, and I'll show you what we're going to do with that when we get to it. And then, of course, I've got just about 2.5 bulbs, or cloves, should I say, of garlic, and we're going to roast that. Spices that we need are very simple. They're right over here. We're just going to use some salt and pepper. I've got my Himalayan pink salt and my peppercorn medley. And then we've got garlic powder and onion powder. All right, I'm going to meet you over at my chopping board, and we're going to get to chopping on these tomatoes and the peppers and get them into the oven, get them roasting. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back over here at the chopping board. I've got just my little cutting board here and my tomatoes, which I have already washed and dried off. And then I've got a baking sheet here lined with aluminum foil. And if you have seen my video where I did the red sauce and my vegetable broth, all of that starts right here, just like this. So all I'm doing right now is chopping up my tomatoes. And I'm chopping them kind of small because I want them to cook pretty quickly. So all I do is take the core out of it, just like this. Plop it right down there, get rid of that. Open up the tomato, and I'm just cutting this rascal down in, nice little sizes like this here. I just want them to roast fairly quickly. So I'm going to finish doing this, getting these all chunked down. Then I'm going to add to it all of my peppers and onion. And then I'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do from there. Okay, guys, we're back. As you can see here, I've got a sheet pan full of tomatoes. I ended up using about 6 medium-sized tomatoes. Cut them up like that. And then down here, we've got our peppers. So these peppers were already in halves. And so I've got like 3, let's say half bell peppers. So half of a red one, half of a yellow, and then half of a green. And then this back here, these are the jalapenos. I ended up with like 4 little pieces of jalapenos like this. And all I did with those is I just took the seeds and the ribs out, left a little bit of the rib, because that's where your heat is. That white part right there, that and the seeds of the jalapeno, that's where your heat is. And then that celery, just cut it down to size like this here. And that's what's down here. So what I'm going to do now is put some extra virgin olive oil. Didn't tell you that we're going to need that. We got some extra virgin olive oil. I'm just going to sprinkle that right on top here of these beautiful veggies. I love tomato soup. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love it. All right, I'm going to go in with some salt. This is our pink Himalayan salt. Just regular salt and pepper is fine. I say it all the time. You don't have to use the pink Himalayan just because I do. I just have it on hand, and I love it. This is the peppercorn medley. Put that on there. All right. Now, in case you guys didn't catch my other video, I have one other video that the both of these together are probably going to upload almost back to back. But the other one where I did a baked ziti last night, I told you guys that there's been a name change. So in case you didn't catch that in the beginning, yes, there has been a name change. This is garlic powder. The name of my channel is now Mama Angel's Kitchen. It's just easier to find me that way. It's the only reason why the name has changed. Just easier to find me. Okay. And this is onion powder. Go in with that. And I'm generous with this, you know. Let me give this soup some flavor. And I decided to put a little sazion on here. And that's it for the flavor in here. Okay, I'm going to go in, get this all mixed around, get the EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, and these seasonings all mixed up together here. Okay, once I get these all mixed up together, it's going into the oven, 350 degrees, and it's going to roast for, you know, like I said, 35 to 40 minutes. I want everything nice and soft and roasted. And then I'll show you where we're going to go from there. All right, guys, let me wash my hands off here a little bit. And I will be right back. All right, guys, I forgot to show you what I'm going to do with this garlic. Let's see, can you see that? Yeah. Since I don't have a full bulb, I don't want to do a full bulb just for this. I've only got, there's literally 2 large cloves and 1 tiny clove all together here, okay? Now, normally what I would do is just cut the top off and follow the steps I'm going to do here, but I'm going to cut this one in half, just like that. You just want to expose the garlic like that, okay? And then I'm going to lay it in here. What I would normally do, if this was a full bulb, you just cut the top of it off, pour olive oil down in the center of it like that, and then wrap it up in aluminum foil, just like this, okay? And that's how you roast garlic, and just sit it right there in the corner, just like that. We went blurred for a little bit, I'm not sure why. There we go. It's a little bit better. Sorry about that. All right, so there's our garlic that we're going to roast. And I don't know if I said it or not, but I ended up putting 1 full medium-sized onion in here. Okay? All right, guys, this is going in the oven, 350 degrees. I will let you know exactly how long it took, and then our next step when I come back. All right, guys, welcome back. And as you can see, our veggies here are out of the oven. That's just our garlic. I haven't opened that up yet. But that's what you want. You want them pretty nice and smushy, because now we're going to blend them. Okay, they're nice and pliable. This took 40 minutes, okay? What I'm going to do now is transfer it over to a bigger pot. And then I've got over here, back here, is just some chicken broth. This is 3 cups of chicken broth that I've got heating up back here. We're going to add that to the pot and then use my immersion blender and blend everything up. All right, I'll be back. All right, guys, here we are back. I've got everything poured down into the pot here, all the veggies, all except for the garlic. Here's the garlic. It's in, and we went a little blurry there. I'm not sure why it does that. But anyway, here's the garlic, and it's going to go right down in there. I just take it out of the jackets. It just slides right on out. So right out of the skin, it just slides right on out. And there's that. All right, and I'm going to wipe my hands off. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is, this is 3 cups of chicken broth that I've had heating up back there. Just going to add that. And I'm going to stop just a little shy, because it's, you know, We've got quite a bit of liquid there. I want you to kind of take a look down there and see. So it's just over the veggies there. I'm going to blend this up first to see. Hold on. Get you back up here. Blend this up a little bit now to see just how much I need. Alrighty, there we go. And this is my handy dandy little immersion blender. And just put that baby down in here. And I'm going to start on low speed first. And give it a nice blend. Alright, that's all I'm doing, just blending. So, you see how I do that. Alright, I'm going to do the rest of it off camera. I'll come back and show you what we're looking like. Guys, I've got this completely blended up. It's, you can see down in there, it's all blended. What I'm going to do is take a spoon now. See how it's nice and watery? So it's well blended. What I want to do now is give it a taste and see what extra seasonings I might want to add to it. All right. That's good. That is really good. All right. I'm going to give it a little more garlic powder. A little bit more. I like garlic powder. A little bit of sazion. Yep. A little onion. Just a little bit of salt. Not much. That's it. And then a little bit more pepper. Okay. And I'm not going to give it too much more salt, just because I am going to put a cheese rind in here and let it cook in that cheese rind for a little bit. Okay. So I'll be back. I'm going to blend this up and then I'll be back. Guys, back over at my counter here, I want to show you something. I've got my mesh strainer here, just over a bowl with a spout so I can pour it again. But I want to strain my soup just because it gives it so much more of a silky, velvety feel to it if we get rid of, because, you know, we roasted the veggies with their skin on it. And so in essence, that's all I'm doing right now is just kind of taking that skin off, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do now is I'm grabbing my spatula. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just work that through here, okay? I'm going to go back and do this with the rest of my soup, and then I'll come back. All right, guys, I want to show you what this looks like when you get down to the end of, when you get down to the pulp is what this is called here. And then underneath here, all I'm doing is just scraping the bottom of it off. This is my last batch. I did 3 batches like this. And I just take it out. See that? That's all pulp right there. So I just didn't want that pulp down in my soup. A little bit of it is fine. And actually, all of it's fine. If you don't feel like doing this, and you don't have to. Not all the time do I do this. Do you see all that on the bottom there? You just want to go ahead and scrape that off. Okay, all that is your silky soup. Okay, you absolutely do not have to do this step. Your soup will still be absolutely delicious, nice and creamy. I just did it for this video. Well, I do it, you know, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But I wanted the opportunity to go ahead and show you, since I'm filming, one of the ways that I do it to really get that soup nice and silky, okay? Now I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put this right on back, same pot. I'm not concerned about that little bit of pulp that's in there, okay? It's going to blend right up. I'm going to go ahead and put this right back in here. Look how silky that is. Can you tell? It's just so much silkier. All right. Let me show you. And this is the pulp. that I got out of there. All of this here. Can you see that? Okay. And I'm just going to discard that. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to meet you over at my stove, and I'll show you what I'll do next. All right, guys. I'm back. I've got the fire on. It's on low. If you can actually kind of see the flame there a little bit. All right. What I'm going to do with that, this is that cheese rind I told you about. And all that is, you know, when you buy the nice little wedge of cheese and you grate it yourself, this one is a Asiago cheese rind. Okay, and you just get down to, you know, the rind part of it, and it's really nothing that you can shave off anymore. But save that, and you put that in your soup, and it just gives your soup the most amazing flavor, a bit of creaminess. I'm going to let this go in this soup for about 20 minutes, and then I'll come back and I'll show you what we'll do after that. All right, guys, the soup has been going now for about 25 minutes, and I just wanted to show you what that rind is starting to look like. See if I can get it turned this way. You see that? That's what's left of that rind. And eventually it will completely disappear down into the soup. And that's what I'm waiting for. Okay? I'll come back when that's done. When it's completely dissolved down into the soup. And then we'll get ready to wrap up this here video. I'll be back. Hey guys, all right, finally we are back, and you can see down there, in there, at all, our cheese rind is gone. I think there's one little piece that's not fully dissolved, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, there it is right there. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. The very last step we're gonna do, and I've tasted it, it's delicious, absolutely delicious. All right, very last step is our heavy whipping cream. All right, I'm just going to pour some in here. I don't know how much, you know. I'm just going to put some in there. You know, about that much. Okay, that's a quarter cup maybe. All right, that's going to go 1 minute, 2 minutes. I'll let you know exactly how long I'll let that go. Not long. Maybe not even a minute. I'll be back. I'm going to plate this up. Well, put it in a bowl. Dress it up. And I'm going to give it a taste. I'm going to let you know exactly what it tastes like. And we'll go ahead and end this video, if I can say it. All right, guys. I'll be back. All right, guys. Here we are. Isn't that just beautiful? My goodness. It's silky. It's creamy. Absolutely delicious. I'm going to show you how I dress up my soup, okay? I'm going to go in with, actually I'm going to start with the cheese. I've got a square or a wedge here of Asiago cheese, my little grater. I'm going to go in and grate some cheese right on top of there. Oh my goodness. Look at there. Yep, just go ahead and make it smell. You can put, you know, Parmesan, that other mozzarella. Absolutely delicious in here. I'm going to go in with a dollop of sour cream right on top there. Another good little dollop right there. And hit that baby with a little parsley just for color. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's how I dress my soup, guys. Croutons. I don't have any croutons tonight, but I would totally throw some croutons in there. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to get myself a thumbnail picture, and then I'll be back and give this a taste for you. Guys, got myself a beautiful thumbnail picture. I'm going to go ahead and give this a taste for you. And it's hot. I mean, it just came right out of the pot there, but I'm going to get some of that sour cream and that cheese. It'll cool it off a little bit for me. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at that bite right there. Look at that. Can you see that? Is that a good picture for you? My goodness. There we go. Trying to get better at this. But that is delicious. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. Oh, perfect. Perfect bite, y'all. That sour cream and cheese cooled it down for me. Just, oh man, that's delicious. That is silky smooth. So creamy. Just absolutely delicious and rich. You can taste the peppers. Of course, you get all the tomato, but you get the peppers, you get the roasted garlic, you get the onion flavor. And then, of course, you got all the cheese and the sour cream. Delicious. All you need with this here is a nice little grilled cheese sandwich, maybe a salad, and some croutons. That's it. That's lunch right there. That is a meal. Oh, that's delicious, y'all. Please give this one a try and let me know what you think of it. All right, guys, if you like this one, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Tell your family and friends. Go ahead and keep spreading the word about Mama Angel's Kitchen. I'm going to keep these videos coming. I'm back on a roll again in this kitchen, sharing with you guys the recipes that I love, my own home cooking, and then mix it out with some new stuff because I'm always trying new recipes. So some of it I'll try before I come on camera and share it with you guys. Some I will share right on camera with you and give you my honest opinion of them. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to stay prayed up. Got to stay prayed up, guys. Can't do this alone. I love you. Have a great night. I'll see you in my next video.